into SEO because when I think SEO, I think Kevin Indig. That's the first name that pops in my mind. And yeah, so I would love to hear from you. How would you, in the simplest terms, for someone maybe who's not exposed to growth marketing, how would you define SEO?
Thank you. I would very simply define SEO as any unpaid search results. That would probably be my shortest, best definition of it. And the reason I'm saying that is because the search results have changed so much over the last 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It started out as this idea of 10 blue links where you have 10 results, right? And that was very successful. And then over time, Google started to add more of these so-called SERP features, which are little augmentations to the search results.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, when Google thinks that you want to, with your search query or your keyword, that you have an intent to find local businesses, it will show you an integration of Google Maps. Or if it thinks that you are trying to understand a topic better, it might show you a definition at the top, or maybe some questions that people typically ask.
Right.
So Google has started to go beyond these 10 blue links. And some of these SERP features offer opportunities for businesses to be featured and to get traffic from them.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying it's not just the classic web search anymore. It's also these little augmentations. And now we're actually at the brink of a new evolution of search with Google introducing AI and AI generated answers. And that becomes a whole new playing field and a whole new game that is actually quite disruptive. And, a lot of people are up in arms and quite afraid right now. So search is constantly changing. And that's also what makes it such an interesting field. It's very unstable and unsteady, which is good and bad.
Yeah, it's exciting for sure. Kevin, I remember seeing a post that you had on Growth Memo specifically about how Google and AI is actually changing SEO. I'd love to kind of share that link down below, but do you want to give maybe a quick summary of what that is?
Yeah. The article is about Google's new search generative experience, short SGE, and that's currently in beta. You can join through a waitlist. And that's Google's new kind of AI powered search. And when I say AI powered, like some people will say, "Oh, Google has been using AI for a long time," which is true, but more in the back end, more where people don't see it. And now, when you search in this new SGE, you actually get direct answers from Google that are generated with AI, and there's a lot there to unpack. I wrote an article about kind of the 11 biggest realizations or epiphanies that I had when playing around and testing this new search generative experience.
Mm-hmm.
But in a nutshell, you get a direct answer. So when you search for something like best mattress for back pain, Google will literally give you an answer saying, "Oh, you want to have a very firm mattress and a certain pillow and blah, blah, blah." It will actually write that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will link to a few websites. There's this little carousel in the AI answer that can feature 3 to, I've seen up to 9 websites when you swipe through it. And there is also a so-called corroboration feature in this new AI answer. Now, corroboration basically means you break this direct answer that Google has given you down into small little parts. There's literally a button in this new AI feature, and these small little parts, they all reference different websites. So the way that this new AI search works is that Google takes information from lots of different websites and puts it together into one coherent, concise answer. And of course, right now, a lot of people, say, "Oh, this is plagiarism," and Google, takes our content and just gives the answer away and shows ads. And the truth is probably somewhere in the middle there. We're all exploring this right now, what this means and what the impact of this is. But there's a high likelihood that most websites will see a lot less traffic. And there is a chance that only the websites that are featured in this carousel I mentioned before will actually get traffic. And the big question is, will they get maybe more traffic than right now? Or will they get less traffic? So we're all wondering, will people still click on websites? Will the answers be enough? Will they trust the answers? And that, again, changes SEO completely. I've also noticed that, or found through my research, that these websites in the carousel are not always the same websites that rank in the classic web search, which you see below the AI answers. So sometimes Google will prefer websites that offer a specific angle to a topic and will feature a website that has that angle in the carousel. So one example that I mentioned in this article is about corporate credit cards. When you look for that in this new beta experience, Google will feature, or basically, the answer will basically have a specific angle, which are the benefits and risks of corporate credit cards. And when you think about that, it's actually very interesting because Google could also instead choose to show an angle about why you need a corporate credit card, or which corporate credit cards are best.
Right.
But the new AI experience shows the risks and benefits, and the risks are only outlined by a website that ranks in position 26 for in the classic web search, right? So where there's a new playing field where websites start to get visibility that previously didn't,
Hmm.
which means there's a new set of rules that we can optimize for. And again, that can be an opportunity, but can also be a big threat. And it's very exciting to follow that trend.
Yeah, for sure. How would you suggest businesses stay on top of a lot of these ongoing changes?
The best way is to keep engaging.
Hmm.
The best way is to try out the beta, to really to get a feel for what's happening there, to play with it. And the same goes for any AI tool in general, right? Like I think anybody truly who works in tech or in the digital space needs to play with ChatGPT and all these AI tools, and
Yeah.
needs to get free trials and just see what's there. And I am very much in the camp of people who believe that this will be a topic for everyone, and it will change a lot of things
Hmm.
to a higher degree than we can understand right now. So trying it, playing with it, seeing what's there is the best thing you can do right now.
Hmm.
And the worst thing you can do is think that it's not going to make an impact, or somebody else is going to figure it out for you, or to think it's all a fad and it's going to go away. This is not a crypto fad. This
Hmm.
is here to stay in my mind.
For sure. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.